What's up, Love Gang? It's your girl Lacey Love, and if you haven't done so already, what are you doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Currently, we are at 157 subscribers. So thank you to all 157 subscribers that have subscribed to my channel. I haven't been posting on here, but I see everybody else posting on here on YouTube, changing their lives with them being their best selves and living their best life. So I was like, hey, why not do it too? We'll just show up being my authentic self, and let's see what happens and where this road takes us. So if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and check out my other two videos. We're calling this series the Unemployed series, episode 2. If you go ahead and watch my first video, you'll find out how I lost my job. And then the second video after that kind of tells what I've been going through a little bit. So that was a mouthful. So go ahead and watch that other video and then catch up. Come on and catch up. I'm all for open ears, open story times, what you guys are going through, all kinds of things like that in that nature or whatever. Because, let me take a seat. Y'all like my backdrop? This is my shower curtain, y'all. I'm matching. Look, we got some jungle vibes. Anyway, yeah, so first and foremost, I'm going to take an opportunity to thank you guys for subscribing to my channel. Let's go ahead and get to 200 subscribers. We're going to get there one sub at a time. I didn't see YouTube change everybody else's life with them just showing up, telling their story times and being their authentic self. So I was like, why not do it to yourself? One of the things that I know is that inflation has us all going through the ringer. Not all of us, but some of us are still struggling. Me in particular, I have lost my job like 16 days ago to be exact, on May 19th. Today is June 4th, I believe, and I've been job hunting and doing all kind of little side gigs and app gigs or whatever the case may be. But I'm just here to give you guys a little bit of an update. I had 2 interviews today. So the first interview I went to or whatever, it was okay. It was at like a timeshare company off the strip, and it was for a cashier position, and it was full time, and I got interviewed by 2 people. Both of the ladies were very, very nice, and she did inform me that she had other interviews to go through today. Sorry, y'all, just threw this on. This is a wig. Y'all like my wig? And it's glueless. Anyway, she informed me that she had other potential leads to interview, that if I was hired, then she would get back to me by the end of the week and let me know what's going on. And so that was my first interview. I had a second interview today, and this particular interview, I showed up, actually I was an hour early, and there was a Subway next to the place where I had to go interview, so I was an hour early. So I was like, I'm just running Subway or whatever. Guess what I tried? I should have vlogged and filmed it for y'all, but I wasn't thinking. I'm not exactly new to this vlogging thing and this camera thing, but we gonna get into it. Because I live in Las Vegas, and I feel like there's so much potential for content here just based on the city that I live in alone, whether it's trying new restaurants, casinos, playing slots, whatever it is. I don't know. We're going to have to get into that. Anyway, this particular place where I had the interview, I showed up an hour early, and it was right next to a Subway. So I was like, okay, I got some time to kill. I tried the $5 nachos. I don't know what y'all think about those nachos, but they wasn't nachoing to me. There's the type of nachos, if I had to took them home, then I would have definitely added more stuff to them. And it had like this chipotle sauce on it. I didn't like the sauce. Anyway, but I was just basically trying to kill time. So while I was just sitting there killing time, I checked my email, and I happened to see an email from this company that was like, we want you to go ahead and study this script because you may be tested. Sorry, y'all. Because you may be tested during your interview. And I was like, what? Kind of what? Okay, okay. So I was sitting there like studying this script or whatever. I got into the place to be interviewed. There was maybe about like 4 or 5 other people in there. There are like 3 guys and 1 other woman. And I was like 30 minutes early when I was sitting in the waiting room. And the lady told me to sign in and have a seat. So I did. So I was just observing, looking at everybody else that was there for the same reason I was there. Because they were holding interviews for multiple people that day for that same position. And they were hiring for that position. Multiple candidates as well. So anyway, I'm sorry, y'all. Long story short, my throat is a little scratchy because of allergies out here. I'm in the desert. It's hot. My throat is hurting. Matter of fact, hold on 1 second. Biggs! Biggs! Can you give me those 2 bottles of water out the freezer, please? Sorry, y'all. Calling my son to get my water. I forgot I put my water in the freezer. I cannot drink water unless it's ice cold. How about y'all? My throat is really itchy and scratchy a little bit today. Sorry, y'all. I feel like it's a dry heat. So anyway, back to this. I was observing or whatever, checking out the competition. I was like looking like, okay, and they here too. Anyway. So it was 2 people behind the front desk. There was this lady and there was this gentleman who was helping people sign in and stuff. They were turning some people away. I was like, oh my God. They were like, you came in here with jeans on, get out. You came in here with gym shoes on, get out. They were like, didn't we send y'all an interview with the time and letting you guys know to dress professionally for your interview? And you guys are showing up not professionally dressed. Some people were coming in jeans and button-up shirts. Some people were coming in tennis shoes. And some people were coming in, he done bought me the wrong bottles, y'all. Some people were, not that freezer, the freezer in the kitchen. Come here. Put that back. That one. Nope. Put that one back where you got it from and get the 2 bottles out of the freezer in the kitchen. Sorry, he bought me the wrong one. They were definitely turning people away. As I said, there were some people dressed in pants. Some people came in tennis shoes, and they were like, no, the company has a strict policy on attire and how you're dressed, and they won't even interview you or see you if you're not dressed. So this one lady came up there. She was dressed in some sweatpants and a t-shirt, and they sent her away, and she was definitely pissed. So anyway, long story short, they call us in there one by one. They gave us a copy of the script that we had to study. Told us that everybody had to read the script when we were in there so that we could see how we sound, how we read, and how our personality comes through reading the script. So I'm like, okay. So I got a lady. She took me into the office, closed the door. She asked me interview questions. She definitely liked my personality because I have a very outgoing personality. I don't know if you guys can tell, but you will tell. Been a little bit depressed lately because I lost my job, but y'all will see if y'all continue to follow me along on this journey. I'm very funny, outgoing, outspoken. I'm a people person, and that came through. She asked me to read the script. I was a little bit nervous, not necessarily to read the script, but just because I had been on a couple of other interviews that didn't go so well, and the interview part where I sit in front of people is usually the easy part for me, but lately, over the past week, I've been going on interview, and then not going nowhere. So my morale wasn't where it all the way should have been. But nonetheless, I read the script. She was like, I need you to do one other thing for me. Can you lift 75 pounds? In my head, I'm like, yeah, I have to lift 75 pounds. That weighs about the same amount as one of my thighs. So, yeah. That's what I'm thinking in my head. Anyway, long story short, I'm like, yeah. So she's like, okay, pick that up. I picked it up. Then she takes me. She walks. She's like, head back to my office. I'll meet you there in a minute. She walks off. She comes back. She was like, I just talked to my boss. She was like, we want to go ahead and offer you the job. Your girl got a job, y'all. Your girl got a job. They have to run my criminal background check and do fingerprinting and stuff next week. So she did say that it's a full-time job. Your girl got a full-time job. And the start time will depend on how long it takes for my background check to come back. That could take between 2 to 4 weeks. Depending on how long that background check, it could take 2 to 4 weeks to get that background cleared. You got to have a clear background. Okay? So in the meantime, tomorrow's June 5th. And I'm supposed to have my rent. And I don't have it. So I have to talk to my landlord to ask if I can pay it late. He's going to say, yes, I can pay it late. But whatever date that you give the landlord to pay your rent, if you don't have it on that day, the next day they will put an eviction notice on your door. So I've been nervous about that because even though I got a job today, I'm so extremely happy and excited about that, knowing that it could take 2 to 4 weeks to even get started with that particular company. The bills didn't stop. They still do. I still haven't paid some of my bills from last month, and I'm still trying to hustle up my rent money. I've been working through different apps. I worked temporary at a staffing company for a little bit. I just got booked for a dog boarding. I'll do that on the side. If you guys want to know more about that, let me know, and I'll post a video about that where people pay you to watch their dogs in your home. So I just got booked for that, and we're going to tell our landlord that we're going to pay our rent on the 20th. Mind you, I have to come up with $1,300, and so far, honestly, on my purse and in my bag right now, my purse, your girl got $200. After this dog boarding, that's another $100, $300. And then I have some other stuff. I'm still waiting to get paid from the staffing company that I worked and stuff. My final check from my other employer, but whatever. We still trying to get to it or whatever. So, long story short, y'all stay tuned. I just want to tell y'all to stay up, stay prayed up, stay positive. Don't let people knock your hustle, your game, your spirit, your try, your effort, your energy. I'm a very positive person. If you guys want some words of encouragement and some support and some just positive feedback that's not going to judge you, not going to hate on you, not going to look down on you or none of that case, feel free to come over to my channel. We all family. You guys are the love gang. If you didn't know, that is what I call my subscribers, because I call myself Lacey Love, because I love love. And you guys, my subs, are the love gang. So stay over here, love gang guys, and stay tuned for the next video. I definitely will be showing you guys what I do with my dog boardings. And I have a gig booked tomorrow. It's a dishwashing gig in the morning, but sometimes they cancel it because I booked it as a backup. I don't know if that's going to go through or not. But I just want to thank you guys for all the positive words and support. These videos are unedited. It's real life. Single mom of 3, doing it all by myself with no job. Well, now your girl got a job. We just got to get this rent money and those bills. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next video, and I promise you, when we get through this series and I start back working, I'm going to give y'all better content. But let's go to 200 subs, y'all. Bye.